Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and I really like these 1/4" driver handles. I use them for all kinds of things. I've got a bunch of them, vintage ones, Blue Point, but I picked up this one here, Stahwille, I'm not sure, people always correct how I say it, but anyway, I got this guy here because it actually has a locking mechanism, and I got it for overlanding where you don't really want to drop any tools. And it's decent. It doesn't have the ability to connect it to, say, a ratchet or another driver or something like that, but it does have a good feel in the hand. This definitely would allow you to grab it with a tool, even a small tool like this. What do we have here? We've got a Stahwille, kind of a mini, like a Knipex Cobra alligator, but you could grab it if you needed to give it a little extra oomph. But these just are so handy. And this one obviously has that locking mechanism which allows the ball detent to submerge. But a few others I've got, the newer snap-on with kind of the sort of tri-soft handle with the extension capabilities. You could also throw, a ratchet or something in there if you needed to really add some oomph to it. A couple of old vintage ones, a long and a short in the 1/4". Look at how old that is. It works great though. I don't want to let my snap-on dealer get a hold of that. It's focusing in. Come on, pick it up. Here we go. Back out there. Just need a little jerk on the focus lever there. But anyway, here's another. Can barely see wherever it says Snap-on this thing. Made in USA. There we go. Snap-on. Here's the Blue Point version. You could stick a rod through there if you had a small screwdriver to get that little extra. Here's the FV40, which is the F is the full size, which is 3/8, an old school snap-on one. And this one here, T-handle, this is a Philo, pretty solid lockup, really nice, and that's what I'm going to show you here. So if I stick a socket onto each one of these, you can kind of see this is the Blue Point handle, a little bit of wiggle. It's about the same or maybe even more, the Blue Point wiggle, than this old school Snap-on. I really like these short ones. I don't know if they still make anything like that, but you throw a little socket on there, and that's a formidable tool right there. Very little wiggle. This one, almost no wiggle, which is pretty amazing. Really nice. And then here's the Snap-on, no wiggle whatsoever. Now this is kind of cool. This is one of those kind of metal, this is a 45-degree angle turning device. So I could put something on here, kind of neat. Does actually work just fine with a handle because you're not generating a huge amount of force. When I put out my original video on something like this, I had some 90-degree angle versions of these kind of tube corner turners. They're gearless. People were saying if you put a lot of force or use an impact, they break. Well, I imagine they would. But in this case, that's actually a really nice solution. It's not expensive. And this is the Calvan 45-degree 1/4" gearless angle device, I guess. It also can be used, with that knurling there if you needed to get into a place. But it's kind of nice when you're working with something like this. And then throw it on that with the locking piece, the locking connection. This is a good solid unit. But anyway, I'm curious what you use for your 1/4" driving handles, and if there's one that's better than any of these. Because I use them so much that I figured I'd spend a little time considering, you know, the nuances between them. But anyway, there is this one here. This is the Stahwille 44QR, or quick release, or 400, excuse me, Stahwille 400 QR. And I've got this attached to a Calvan 45-degree gearless converter onto a snap-on socket. And, you know, what else is there? This isn't the best thing on the planet. With that, Doc out.